Hey, and thanks for checking this video out. This is a video that's going to summarize some of the wonderful trails that we have for hiking in Oklahoma. Oklahoma has a great diversity of terrain and many beautiful scenic areas that you can enjoy by yourself or with the family. And one of the best things about these is that they're free. And it's a really nice alternative to going to the movies or doing something inside. Allows you to get a little bit of exercise and see some of the places in Oklahoma that have been preserved for their natural beauty and their wildlife, and get out and hike some of the trails and get in touch with those places. Now, it's kind of hard to find some of this information. It's not super popular on the internet. So there's a site that I recommend. It's called travelok.com, and you can find references to different hiking trails and things there. It's a good site. There's sometimes not a lot of feedback about those, but it is a good start and gives us good places to go. Also, there's a Fish and Wildlife Services website, www.fws.gov, and they have a parks tab that you can explore, and that is also worth checking out. You can find some different sites there. One of the first ones that I want to talk about is one of my favorites. It's called Keystone Ancient Forest, and technically it's in Sand Springs. It's actually just a little outside of Sand Springs, off of Highway 412, and this is an area where there's trees that are sometimes 300 and 400 years old. They've got a good diversity of trails here. Everything from easy, they get up to moderate, and some are even hard. As you get down, the trails go down in towards the lake. There's some beautiful rock formations and things that can be a little more challenging, but they're definitely worth it. So take a look at Keystone Ancient Forest. Also, I want to talk about a little closer to Tulsa, inside of Tulsa, Chandler Park. And Chandler Park, it's open 7 days a week. They've got miles and miles of trails, different levels. So there's a lot of rappelling and things that people do around there. So there's some beautiful elevations and rock formations that make this a really desirable place to check out. And there's also bald eagles nested nearby, and you can see those. They're not uncommon. So that's a beautiful place to check out, Chandler Park in Tulsa. There's a place on the Broken Arrow side of and outside of Tulsa called Redbud Valley, and Redbud Valley is absolutely amazing. Redbud Valley was one of the first nature conservation projects in the state of Oklahoma, and most of the trails there are pretty easy. It's only probably a few miles worth of trails, but they also have amazing caves and rock formations, and just beautiful scenic views. It's a really unique Ozark-like environment that is definitely worth checking out. So I would not want to miss Redbud Valley. Related to that, and run kind of by the same organization, is Mohawk Park Trails in Tulsa, and that is outside of the Tulsa Zoo. And they also have the Oxley Nature Center there, and the trails are all pretty easy, but there's miles and miles of trails there, and it's very family friendly, so I would recommend that one to you as well. That's called Mohawk Park Trails. If you're more into the Broken Arrow area or on that side, there's a place called Ray Harrell Nature Park. Ray Harrell Nature Park that not a lot of people know about, and it's in Broken Arrow. It's kind of small. It's about 40 acres of community park. It's very beautifully landscaped. They have an amazing suspension walking bridge there that takes you into the trails, and it's pretty convenient for the Tulsa and Broken Arrow area. If you want to get away a little further south, there's a place called Lake Okmulgee in the town of Okmulgee, and there are trails around that lake, and it is one of the more beautiful places in my opinion. They have absolutely gorgeous views of Lake Okmulgee, and they offer really beginner to middle level trails, but it's low traffic and secluded, and it's really amazing. So that's one of my favorites. Inside of Oklahoma City is a place called Martin Nature Park. It's a 144-acre nature park that's surrounded by the city, and it's really unique. But they have a hands-on nature center there, and the hiking trails are pretty nice. Over in the Stillwater area, there's a place called Lake McMurtry, and there's about probably 28 miles of trails around Lake McMurtry, all around that lake, and it's pretty amazing, and it really takes you away. So they also do mountain biking and a lot of other things out there, so it's a little more diverse, but it's very family friendly. If you ever get a chance, you want to go over by the Lawton area. Completely blows me away. It's the Wichita Mountain Wilderness area. They have free roaming bison and elk and deer, magnificent ancient rock formations of crumbled old mountains over probably 500 million years old. There's over 15 miles of trails that run through that actual wilderness area, and some of them can be quite challenging. So kind of study up on that, but it's definitely worth to go and camp out there, maybe even. There's also a place called Robbers Cave State Park, and that is in southeast Oklahoma, and that's probably one of the most beautiful parts in the whole state to visit. It offers tons of elevations, and it's equestrian friendly, and probably over 12 miles of trail there. So there's lots of hidden gems in Oklahoma if you want to make a getaway, and it's definitely worth it. And one of the best parts about it is that it's completely free. So give hiking in Oklahoma a try. I think you'll appreciate it.